that work? Trav, do you have your sister? Oops, wrong button. Oh, I don't know how to make this work. Hey guys. Trav, do you have your sister? Travis. Good morning, Tamra. Travis, do you have your sister? Okay. How's Chloe? How's Brett this morning, Tamra? You guys doing good? We have a slightly hectic household today, but it's exciting because we have all of the grandmas here. It was my mom's birthday earlier this week. It is grandma's birthday coming in. Will you tell Jerry to shush? So anyway, exciting day here with all hectic but good. Everybody's here to do Sabbath with us, which is really exciting. We're glad to all have them. We don't have family over as much as I wish we could. So it's exciting to get this opportunity with everyone. Did you guys see the giveaway? I shared that video earlier this week. It's the one with where we review the Action Bible. So you guys definitely have to go check that out if you haven't seen that already. The messages and responses we've gotten to that already have been phenomenal. They've been fantastic. I'm a little behind on responding to comments just because our week's been crazy and busy, but I will work on those hopefully later today or tomorrow. But really appreciate everybody who's responded so far. Let me turn this off. Is everything coming through okay? Is that a little better maybe? Our stinking internet, you guys. I don't know what to do with it. It says that everything is good and fine, but then I feel like it ends up making everything kind of choppy and a mess. Hey, Trav, are you on the live? Trav, are you on the live? We coming through okay? No, it's okay. I think it's, yeah, it's noon. Is it coming through okay, you guys? I don't know. You guys. I have no idea if he's getting on to check. Hopefully this works. Jerry boy! It is okay? Hopefully, I have no idea. Anyways, hopefully you guys got to check out the live, or the giveaway, and see the stuff that we have there with the Action Bible. We have a whole box full of goodies to get sent out. So we are going to pull winners on that, and I will send out messages on Wednesday when we see who all goes ahead and comments in on that would like to get some of those Action Bible supplies. That's really exciting. We had a Mary More Than Martha that went up this morning, and we did talking about mom fails and mom guilt. That's always a big one.
Yes, it's okay.
It's good, thank you. Like sitting here waiting, I'm like, Travis, somebody, anybody, is this working? So mom fails, mom guilt. I know we've all kind of been there, done that with that one. So excited to, okay, thank you. Excited to get that one out. We already have one recorded for next week, and then we're looking forward about submission. Brandon and I did a podcast earlier this week, kind of following up on the whole submission topic. We've been doing our daily Bible studies, which has been really exciting and awesome to share with everyone. Let's see. Sorry, hopefully this thing's working okay. So daily Bible studies have been going out. That's been so awesome to share with you guys. We love getting your questions and comments and all of that good stuff. Our house is really loud. I'm sorry, grandmas do not understand that you're recording for YouTube. But that's okay. They're so sweet and they're having so much fun with all of the kids, even if the baby hasn't napped because the house is chaotic, and so now she's tired and cranky. So this will be a fun day of baking and all the other stuff I need to get done when we're done here. What else do we have going on? We've got the third edition of our rapid fire topic church edition podcast coming out on Tuesday. We're going to discuss the topic of things like modesty and what you're wearing, church attire, head coverings, should women wear dresses, all of those kind of wrapped up in clothing type things. All of those topics that we're doing for the rapid fire are based off of all of the questions that you guys sent in when I asked the question on Instagram about what are some hot topic things within the church. So we're kind of working on going through those. We have another podcast coming out on Thursday, kind of controversial topic, but going through some different things. So excited to share those with you guys. I am working on videos hopefully this weekend to have up. I'm a little behind on that. We've been really busy with doing all of the Bible studies and stuff. Of course, the most important, so I'm happy to be doing so, but it means that we're running a little behind on some of the other stuff. Also working with looking at some different resources and some different things for our new homeschool plans that we're getting ready to put out. And today, with all the family here, my brother is going to podcast with us. We've kind of got a surprise topic that he doesn't know about that we are going to sit down and podcast with him and talk on. So that's been cool to have, family and friends come and join in and sit with us. I think it would be fun in the future to even look at doing some more like guest host podcasts and things like that, talking to some different families and again looking at everything through a biblical scope. So I don't know, we're having a lot of fun with it. Never thought we would be the people that spent our time doing YouTube videos and podcasts, but here we are, and so far it's going really well. Hey, love.
Yeah, it's pretty choppy, but
it is pretty choppy. Still choppy.
It's kind of in and out.
I don't know what to do. Brandon's here. Ooh, it's really bright.
Yeah.
I don't know, and it keeps like changing. Why is it so dark now?
Because I came in.
I
Maybe
know.
I left the light.
There we go. Look at now it's bright. That's better. Brandon's feeling a lot better. He went to the chiropractor 3 times this week? 4 times? How many times did he
I
go?
don't know. I don't
He's
even
been
remember.
going
No,
quite
I
a
think
lot.
it's 4.
Yeah, I think it was 4, huh? He's been going quite a bit, and blood pressure is looking much better, so that's super duper exciting. I don't know if it's not working or if everybody's just
That's what I'm checking.
busy
Quick.
today.
Let me pull this up over here.
Yeah. I'm sorry if we're having issues, guys. I don't know what to do to fix it, but I don't think it's working well. And the comments aren't working on my phone, I don't think either.
Are you on mobile data?
Yeah,
And it's still doing this?
yeah. Still not working?
No, it's working. It's just on my own.
I don't know what's wrong with it.
Sorry, guys. I don't think it's.
Well, I mean, we won't hold everybody up.
No,
if it's...
I mean it's. Hey, Gina.
Hey.
Oh, now I got the comments.
See, I'm not getting anything on mine. You've got to put the volume down. Oh, hey, look at all these comments. I have not seen any of these. Let's see. Oh, look at this. I literally have not seen any of this stuff. Okay. Hear you now.
Tamara, I'm feeling
Sorry,
much better.
How is Brett feeling?
Yeah.
We've been thinking about you guys and everything going on. Yeah, I'm sure, Miss Chloe, you have your hands full. Sorry, I'm late to the game here. Gina, how's it going? How are you guys doing? It's been kind of, I'll let you hold on to that and keep up on that. It's been kind of a bummer week. I shared on Instagram, you guys, but Bunny, Brandon's BFF chicken that's always in the house, she's missing now. What, day 2? She's missing. Edna, my chicken, the black and white one, she went MIA. Still absolutely no sign on Lola. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like we've about reached the point where I don't think I can take
I know,
much more
I'm
this
getting
week.
sick of animals.
Yeah, it's just, well, maybe if I try that. Oh, hey, look it. Maybe that was it.
There, that works.
It's just too much this week. I don't know what's happening, where everything's going. I'm assuming a predator of some sort, but you would think if our chickens and our dog, we would find something. I mean, feathers, something. And there's been no sign of anything. We are out there every day hiking all through the woods, all around our property, and we can't find anything. So Brett's got back. Oh, well,
we've been definitely praying for him, but
I mean, at least you'll have the time now in between, I mean, for him to heal, and stuff like that. But, it's just so much. So we've been thinking of you guys and praying for you every day. I know everybody has so much going on. There's just
I know it seems like it kind of stinks for everybody right now. It seems like it's just in the body in general.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, Gina, we are extremely sad about that. I am not happy about Buddy because she was honestly the coolest chicken that I've ever seen. She had such a personality that you wouldn't. It's crazy to say a chicken has a personality, but she had a personality.
Well, and she's always like hanging out around us and following us around. So
no matter where I was, she would
Bunny
come
going?
running up and come up and fuss at me, and it was.
So we're still praying that they just like magically come strolling back up, like the dog.
This is the reasons why I never used to let you get all of this stuff.
I know.
Because this stuff happens.
Maybe we shouldn't have any. But there's 12 more chickens in the house, so I don't know. It's just frustrating. Well, I guess that's good, Tamara, that Brett at least is home with you guys for the next bit, getting to work from home. That's awesome that you have that ability to get to do that. That's pretty cool to get that option anyways.
I was just checking comments.
Yeah. Anyways, I feel like there's something. So I know you guys already got to check out the giveaway. I'm excited to do that. All of the responses, I don't know if you guys saw the different responses on there, but they've just been so unbelievably cool. And I'm really hoping that we can really fill as much of that as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I think the idea behind it when David C. Cook sent us all that stuff was to do a cool, most people do our page, we'll enter in your name, but the more I'm reading,
these comments are like, they're so heartfelt and full, and it's like we wanted to do a giveaway, and now it's like
I want to make sure that
everybody gets it. So that's we're gonna have to work something out with so.
Well, and they are incredible resources. I mean, we've had the Action Bible, the original one, for years. I mean, Travis got that forever ago, and we've just loved it. And all of the additional resources and things that they've come out with, they are really that great. I mean, nothing's been anything that we've been excited about just because, they sent it to us or whatever. Our family has genuinely been using these things all the time, and they we've got an audience now. So they really are genuinely great resources. I'm not kidding when I say, as we're revamping the curriculum and doing these different things, we could write a whole curriculum just off of the devotional. Mm-hmm. I mean, and I don't like devotionals. I usually am not a fan of them, but this I think does such a great job.
Yeah, I was looking through the devotional, just kind of skipping through it, and they did a really good job with it. I don't normally like devotionals either. But.
Yeah. Well, and there's so many great resources, and then the new stuff that they just brought out, and then we had been doing video conferences and stuff with them months and months ago and talking, Walmart wants to get it. Gina, I know you said you found yours at Hobby Lobby. Others, Kroger's carrying it, finding all these different retailers that are getting in and carrying these products because they are really great lines. And it's high quality stuff. I feel like one of my greatest drawbacks, especially with like Bible type stuff, is you get these things.
It's like kind of cheesy.
Yeah, and the pages are so thin. They fall apart.
Yeah, no, this
so
is
quickly.
Anybody that has it knows they're very well put together.
But even the new stuff, the coloring pages are good and thick. So it's got the coloring picture on the front and then like a devotional on the back with the different biblical heroes. And it's like a good thick paperweight.
Gina says her son wants everything.
Yeah.
I can't blame him. Because Heidi was having to slap my hand away from taking some of that stuff.
He took the hero cards, you guys.
I did. I took a pack of hero cards.
Before I could even let the kids get into it, he took the whole pack. He's got them down in his office. He's got him like a little boy with like his baseball cards. He's got them like lined up on his desk. And then the kids are coming in and they're all like, I want so-and-so. I want so-and-so.
Yeah, I gave Lily the Jesus is Risen. But I have Paul and Aquila and Priscilla on mine.
but it's so funny to watch them going after it. But the cards are good, thick quality, coated cards. And if you pull them up on Amazon, they're not that expensive. When I looked through the products before going on Amazon and looking at the listings or anything, we just were excited, went through everything. I was kind of surprised when I went to Amazon and saw the price points they had everything at. I honestly thought they'd be a little bit more. I thought they'd be more expensive, just looking based off of the quality of everything. I thought they would be more expensive. So then when I was pulling them up on Amazon to link into the giveaway video, I was like, oh, well, that's it. I mean, it really is. I think they're, the only difference between men and boys are the size and price of the toys. Exactly so. So I guess at that point, I will be thankful that he is really excited over these Action Bible hero cards that are way more affordable than most things other men, I'm sure, are very into, because you're right. That is the only difference between boys and men.
Yes. Leave my hero cards alone. I'm not going to lie to you. I wanted one of the coloring books.
Yeah.
I would have totally colored.
Well, and I hadn't even done the video yet. We got the stuff here and they were so excited.
Have you seen that though with like adults now? Apparently that's becoming a thing.
It's been a thing for a while.
I don't know. I'm so far removed.
Mm-hmm.
But
you want to color?
Adult coloring is amazing. But you
color with the kids a lot.
I do. I love it.
Table. We usually just keep like a thing of.
There's something soothing about it, I think.
Well, that's part of the thing now too. That's why you do all of the things, because you're supposed to meditate.
Except for all that crap.
Todd Friel of Wretched Radio, he
was talking about. I do remember that.
Yeah, Brandon's he'll sit and color with the kids quite a lot. We keep just a big thing. We usually don't even have coloring books. We just keep blank paper so they can do whatever they want to do. And Brandon will sit there and color with the kids all the time. We keep a vase on the table with like colored pencils and crayons and stuff.
Or watercolors with them too.
Yes, we like doing the watercolors too. That's fun. But really, the coloring book, you guys, it's reproducible, so that's awesome, because you could just buy one and then copy it if you wanted to. But the pages, it's like a good, thick quality page, so they can be coloring and doing stuff on one side, and then you still get the devotional on the back, because so many coloring books, usually it's like a thinner paper, so if you're really doing stuff on one side, it kind of bleeds through. So I was really impressed with how thick they are. Same thing with the cards. They're really thick, and they're quoted. They're coded, not quoted. And so
they're quoted. They're quoted.
But so even, little kids playing with them, getting their hands on them and stuff, I was really impressed with, again, just the quality of these things and how well made they really are.
I was too. I couldn't get over how, I keep referencing how thick things are, but I totally know what you mean by that.
Well, that's such a big thing. I think when we
Good job on the thickness.
Great job
on it.
But when you go out and you get these things, again, especially with like Bible materials, they are so thin, and then the kids get a hold of them. They tear them in no time. They fall apart. They get destroyed. And so there's so many of those things like that I normally will pass over and won't think are worth it, because I'm like, really, the kids are going to destroy that in no time. Why? I'm just wasting money at this point. Like, if that's the case, I'll just go throw $20 away, But these, I was really surprised that they really have. And even like our original Action Bible, the pages are a little bit thicker. So, kids flipping through stuff. I want them to be able to have these things
that kids are rough
on their own. Yeah, so. But I want them to hold up. I don't want it to be something that I'm constantly hovering over them when they're trying. Lily's here. When they're trying to use it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to give them these materials, especially using them for homeschool. I want to be able to give them these materials and then just to be able to go at it and do all the things that
the Bible trivia is fun too.
Yes,
that is amazing. The that's what it is. The guessing game. That's a lot of fun.
We all play the guessing game.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult.
We do it slightly different than like the instructions in the card, but whatever. But we will all sit there and go through and read the clues to guess and see who can figure it out. Hey, Lily's here with a cat shirt. You have a cat shirt every time.
Literally, I actually am.
Mm-hmm.
In every video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
it's been not wearing cat pants.
Yeah. Oh, I don't.
Very do the ones with on the knees.
Yes, the comic form idea is genius, and the fact that Sergio, the creator who's doing everything, say hi to Tamara.
Tamara says hi, Lily.
Say hi to Chloe.
Hi.
She
Hi,
might
Chloe.
be there somewhere and hear you.
Hi, Chloe.
But to do it in the comic book form is such a great idea. And then Sergio, he's literally worked for like Marvel and DC. If you guys pull up his story, it's fascinating. Just to see, it's so cool to see everything
Yeah,
that he's done.
like his Instagram has a bunch of his work on it.
Yeah, so when you're getting this, you're not getting like just some. I feel like for so long, Christian materials were just like a cheesy knockoff.
I guess she's done.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Like that's what you got was just like a cheesy knockoff version, but with this, it isn't. I mean,
Mhm.
guy's legit. He knows his stuff, and I feel like when you go through all the different stories within the Action Bible, you're not missing stuff. You know what I mean? Like they didn't compromise on stuff to make the story. It stays very true to form. I like. Oh, Chloe said hi, my Lily.
Lil.
Hold on, Grandma's talking.
Chloe said hi, my Lily.
Aw. Hi, Chloe.
But I really feel like they didn't compromise on things. I love that the scripture that they drew for each one, the scriptures they drew are all cited on there so you can see it. I mean, it's
Yeah, that's
cool.
awesome.
It's really awesome.
That's awesome that your kids are that into it, Gina, too. Because
It's cool to see because our family is super into it. Like I said, we got the Action Bible forever. I mean, my mom will go on about the Action Bible to people. I mean, we've always really, really liked it. But it's nice to hear back from you guys. So it isn't just.
And it
us
was
and our
so cool and so out of the blue that they contacted us.
Yeah.
I mean, because we did. We liked them before they even.
And they
They
didn't
knew who
know
we
that
were.
we were huge Action Bible fans.
Yeah,
when
they had no
contacted
idea.
us. It was
Yeah.
like when we started talking
Yeah.
with our contact there at the David C. Cook Publishers, and we were like, no, because I
We
Googled it. And I
love
was like,
your stuff.
we love the Action Bible. And we had
Mhm.
actually just gifted it to someone
Mhm.
the weekend before.
Yeah, you bought another one.
Yeah, we just gifted it to someone. So it was just, small world, right? How you see how all these things come together. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Um,
and they've been so awesome to
Mhm.
work with, and their whole company and ministry is really cool.
Mhm. Yeah, so that's pretty neat. So I'm really, the whole point of all of this coming back to like, we're really excited. If you guys haven't already, go check out our Action Bible review and giveaway video, and then comment and share your stuff.
Like I said, we're
really
gonna
excited to get this stuff out.
we'll be working on just maybe trying to figure out something different. Maybe we'll see what happens, because like we said, these messages that we're getting from
Y'all are killing us.
all of us are killing us.
So yeah, that's been really exciting. I'm excited to see what kind of comes from all of that.
Mhm.
We also are kicking around another idea for the magazine. We were kind of looking at pricing and stuff, and to see if I could design a little brochure that would be like a uber simplified version of our free online magazine, to see if we could come up with the funds to get those brochures printed and send them out all over the place to different, businesses, churches, things like that, and see if we could get those passed out as kind of a ad for our free magazine. But to put those out
Just to
again,
get the
just to
word out.
spread the word of the magazine, and to give people the ability then to hop online and get their free copy. It's not something that we ever want to monetize and make people pay for it, but I think so many families sharing their hearts and everything that comes with that, I think there is something really great in that fellowship for biblically based homeschool families, and I would love to share that more. So if you guys kind of think of us, pray for us with all of this. Again, if it's something God wants us to do, he'll provide the provisions to do it, but that's an idea we have that we're thinking of. I just think that would be a great idea. If we could get a bunch printed out, we can get it done rather cost effective. I could design something and put it together. Yeah, more projects, of course. Whatever. Yeah.
I think those were my exact words, Gina. I think I said something like that.
I think.
But we were talking about this, and then we thought, because you need something else to do.
Well, and then there's one more.
Oh
One
gosh,
more
what is it? I
You
forgot.
know what it-
I know, but I
You
forgot.
remember all my projects.
I forgot.
So the other project, besides writing a new curriculum and doing all these things, Brandon and I, we constantly go back to the focus of everything that we do as parents, right? Is the fact that we believe Jesus came, lived, died, rose, and is coming back, right? That's the
Ascended and coming back.
yeah. And that That's the
Go ahead.
that's the whole storyline, right? But I feel like so often we kind of forget in the day-to-day the whole coming back part. And if we are now 2,000 years past the time when Jesus came the first time, how much closer?
Things seem to happen biblically in about 2,000 year increments. If you look,
If you look at
if you look at it, the whole
story,
the whole picture.
And so the more we've been looking at it and we've been talking about it, he goes, I just want to make sure that what we're truly passionate about is what's coming across, right? When I shared, why minimalism is a thing for us and stuff. And so I was talking about it and I said, you know what we should do, because I love projects, we should do like a course, like a full course. Josh, don't make fun of me. We should do a full course on parent like Jesus is coming. What does that mean, right? Because I feel like so many of the things that we do with our kids that we get comments about frequently, the reason that everything kind of comes back around to is, well, we're parenting like Jesus is literally coming back because he said he was going to nearly 2,000 years ago. And I believe what he says, right? I read scripture and I take it to literally mean what it says it's literally going to do. And see, it's a good idea. He knows it's a good idea. He's just like, oh, Lori, that's a lot of work. So I'm thinking if we do a whole course, of course, everything would be free. Of course.
Yes, we want to.
But everything would be free, of course, because that's how we do things. But videos, maybe like a PDF packet that you could get, just a whole course with everything completely inclusive of going through why that's important, how we know that's important, what does that look like, and how do we practically apply that in our parenting with our children, and the difference that it should make. Too many of us, and if you guys have been listening to the daily Bible studies, going through the letters, James especially, we've really been harping in on this, but too many of us are claiming to be Christians and living lives that are all too normal, all too regular in this world. And if we believe what scripture says and we're applying it literally to our lives, then that's not good. John calls you a liar.
And we constantly want to argue the application.
Yes.
We want to act like it's always somebody else.
Yeah, we want to apply it if it works for our case.
Yeah, this always applies to somebody else. It can never
Well,
apply
not
to
like
me.
that.
Yeah, not like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, and that's where, I mean, why do you think the American Christian church is largely in a state of apostasy?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're the majority is the lukewarm church, and that's who gets spit out. So I don't want to be that. And I don't want my children to be raised thinking that that's okay. Okay, so maybe Brandon does want to get to sleep at some point, but whatever. Actually, Brandon will state that since everything happened at the doctor's and I flipped my lid over what he's eating and all these supplements I have and all this other stuff, he has said he's waking up before me and he's like up and bright-eyed. So if anything, you're more ready to take on these projects.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. It'll be awesome. I got the house clean, ready for Sabbath. I've got food that's got to start getting cooked. I'm going to bake some cakes for celebration, birthday stuff. I've got the challah bread that needs to get going and get rising. And then we've got podcasts to record today. We've got to finish up the Sunday study tomorrow. My brother is kind of guest hosting with us for the Sunday study tomorrow. One thing we did want to mention, I think, especially right now as it's just kind of gaining and doing all of this, I think we might move the Sunday live and just do it like the first Sunday of every month or something like that everybody could send in questions and topics and things like that you guys would like to discuss on the Home Church YouTube, and maybe just do that the first Sunday of every month. It's just trying to juggle all of these things and fit all of them in. It's awesome. It's so much. So how are your floors looking, Jeannie? Getting your floors clean for your husband? That was something that he likes, and what an act of service.
That's awesome.
Brandon did yesterday when we came up. I showed you guys on Instagram my oh my gosh, I've got to clean this. He did notice when he came up. He's like, wow, our house does look much cleaner. Since we were painting and just doing stuff these past couple weeks, it's kind of just been bananas. So I'm glad to have it slightly more put together this week anyways. Every Sunday it's just tough because we got this afternoon, and so it just
Yeah.
if there comes a time that it grows to
Enough
a need that
that's-
people
yeah.
would
We
really
have
want
no
it
problem.
everywhere, I mean, we would definitely adjust and do what we need to do to make it work. But I think right now, just trying to get.
Yeah, I don't know. I
out.
still have that feeling too that we're working a lot and we're constantly busy, but yeah, I feel like I should be doing more.
Yeah.
So you
Maybe
kind
I've
of got
rubbed
that
off on you.
rub off. Yeah, you rub off.
But I really think definitely doing, I mean, this whole e-course, video
Mhm.
course, whatever, would be something.
Oh, of course. That's
Oh, we will continue. Yeah, continue to can't talk. Continue to pray for Tamara and Brett and Chloe that she can sleep. Gina, don't iron. Go get the Downy wrinkle release spray.
This stuff is magical.
Have you guys used that? I usually try to stay away from chemicals as much as we can, but there's this Downy wrinkle release spray. Like Brandon, back when he worked like a normal person job and had to wear like real like business clothes. Dude, wrinkle release spray, you just take it and you spray it on the stuff and like shake it out and you're good to go. I don't even think we own an iron anymore. We also don't really own real clothes anymore, so that's probably part of it. But yeah, I'm not an ironer. Never have been an ironer. Yeah, I hate. No thanks.
Yeah, that's why I'm a Downy wrinkle roller. Yeah, you just spray a little bit and then throw it back in the dryer,
Yeah, and it just
and
all the
then
wrinkles gone.
you're good.
His brothers, when they came to visit and they were freaking out because they're old and all about ironing, they were freaking out over it. We're like, you guys, no, this magical spray. You just spray it on here.
They loved it.
When we travel, Brandon even gets like the little travel
Mhm.
size ones of it, and we just keep it in the suitcase, and it makes everything.
Well, it's like a static clean remover too.
Yeah.
It does that, so, and it smells good.
Hey, Claudia, did you
Hey,
guys
Claudia.
like the Mary More Than Martha? Her wrinkles was tight. Yes, I will totally just wear with the wrinkles and not even. Oh, well, that stinks.
Aw.
We thought we'd try. Well, go be a good wife and iron your stuff. That's an act of service. That's awesome. Yeah, Mary More Than Martha. That was when we talked about mom fails, mom guilting each other. Okay, I'm not.
Oh boy.
You weren't even there. You know exactly what happened. Okay. I was totally joking though. When I watched it back, I was like, I'm hoping that didn't, nobody took that incorrectly because I was totally joking with Lex. But yeah, ironing your migraine. I don't like ironing.
What did you say?
Well, Lex, we were talking about, she said like vaccines. Her and I obviously are on different sides of the spectrum on that, which is fine. We get along. And she goes, you know, some people do it, some people don't, whatever. And I said, yeah, because she said, but some people, they've done their research and they still think it's okay to vaccine or something along those lines. And I said, yeah, because they're uneducated. I said it jokingly, but it was funny. She understood what I meant. That is one topic that she was like, we all think differently. And yes, that is the thing that bugs me the most about it. The fact that vaccinations
Yes,
have
forced
become a
is
forced
ridiculous.
thing.
That's my only problem with it.
That's my
The
big
force thing,
disagreement, yeah.
I don't, me and Heidi aren't even completely on the same page with the vaccine thing.
Mhm.
But my thing with it is, no, you can't force anybody. And there is a reality to the fact that it makes no sense to do it when these kids are already carrying these diseases and they're giving them to other children. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense if you still get it. Like,
well, because if you
have fun, go for it. I don't care,
if
do it.
you
But
to force and say what a parent must do with their child, like that's insanity and to put, and that is my biggest argument, you know, on it. Whatever. Exactly. And the fact that it, you know, to just blindly, and I think that's a problem too, even if you still get done with your research and you agree that you want to do the vaccination, and Tamara,
Really?
you are not the first. I've heard dozens I mean, there's so much that goes into it. So much.
and that's the thing is that it's been proven to, not in every single case, but it has proven to cause autism.
But then they say, no, it's not proven that it is, you know, and stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, numbers don't lie.
Yeah, you can't.
But to say,
I don't think you should run around with signs saying vaccines cause autism. Like, even though They can.
There's the one, who is it? The one MMA fighter, and
Yeah.
his kid died after getting
Right.
the vaccines, and now he doesn't. But nobody, whatever. But yeah, the fact to just say that you've got to take all of these things and do all of this stuff. I mean, we were just watching on The Watchmen, but these kids that are dying because they got, the vaccination, it's so much. And, but that's one thing, like us, no vaccinations. I know he makes fun of me. He calls me tinfoil hat Heidi, but I've got nothing good to say. And Lex, on the other hand, she usually is very holistic in the stuff that she does, but they do go ahead. And for the most part, I think they do most all of the vaccinations. But again, the point is to stop, to do your research, and to figure out what's best for your family versus, like you said, Claudia, it being forced. For a government to force you that you have to do something, yeah, I don't think so. Sorry. Obey the laws of the land, not when they're that. Nope. That's a big one.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I would be like, nope.
But I'm glad you guys, I just wanted to make sure. I think it was very clear that her and I were kind of joking back and forth with one another when we did it.
If we're going to force anything, let's force Bibles.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't, we say no thanks. We decline all of that stuff because it just, like you said, you see Chloe regress every time. I mean, no thank you. We say no thanks. We abstain.
But I mean, that forcing that is the first sign of persecution. I mean, even for a Christian, is you have to look at things like that and be careful, because now the government's forcing people,
but we're the land of
law-abiding citizens, to do something that they don't have a choice to opt out of because it's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, they're trying to say there's, a million things, you can't go to school, you won't be able to go to college, you have all of these reasons, all of these things that, your children won't be able to do this. You're being bullied and forced into something. Yeah, sorry, no thanks.
Yeah, and you have to be careful with that. You have to be real careful with that. But we've become very, very okay with that recently, of giving up a lot of our freedoms like that, just because we believe it's going to hurt us or it's bad, because
it's fear mongering. It's what we do. I mean, it's what we're doing with immigration. It's what we're doing with vaccinations. It's what we're doing with everything.
We label everything fake news.
Yeah.
And even, that's the quickest way to get out of things. Vaccine, fake news.
Yeah. So anyways, point in that just being, I don't know what the point of that is, but you shouldn't have to, and to
you shouldn't be forced. That was the point.
Yeah.
That's right.
But that's what it is. This isn't like crazy conspiracy theory. That's exactly what we're working towards and moving into, is this one world order where everything's just, Babylon, everything, the stage is being set, and it's not difficult to see really anymore. I mean, if you're in your scripture and you're reading the stuff and then you're looking around at the world stage today, things are just falling more and more into place. And again, more important, why we should be parenting our children like Jesus is really going to come back. Because that's what he said he was going to do. So I'm assuming he's going to do it.
Yeah, for me, that's kind of the point
of everything.
I don't know why Christians aren't more excited about that. That was one thing that just never understood me. Or never understood me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it didn't either.
You've been in
I have.
it
was just one thing that I never understood, because that was never usually a focus. I'm like, who cares about anything else? He's coming back.
Yeah.
And it's soon, and he said it's gonna be soon. So why would you care about anything else?
Really awesome stuff happens for those that are his when this time comes. Like, why aren't we more focused on that? We want to make sure when the rapture comes around.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly
I'm excited every day. I mean, and why don't we teach our children truthfully these things for them to learn and to understand and to know? I mean, our kids are.
That was one of the conversations that we had. How do we portray that or teach that to help kids because our kids are so excited, and I love in the light that they look at life already.
Yeah, well, when our kids
looking at everything from a biblical microscope before they even go out into the world. And that's something that...
Well, instead we push on our kids that they need to constantly, what are your dreams? What are your goals? I mean, that we have them, they're so focused on this, college and career and all this other stuff. Well-intentioned, that comes out, well, I mean, scripture plainly tells us, who are you? You can't make today happen, you know. Well, if the Lord wills it, that would be a cool thing that we could do. Dreams are totally overrated. I'm actually kind of against them, but because it's not what I want, it's not my desires, it's not my goals. I am just a vessel for Christ, and I need to be quite
Well,
literally
our
living that out.
whole way of life is an anti-Christian lifestyle.
It is.
Because it gets you to follow off of your own selfish desires, your own pride, your own.
Well, and we encourage it in church. You know what I mean? It's so, and nobody thinks a thing of it. And so I think that's our whole point, is just to stop and think about, why am I doing this? Why have I always felt this is okay? And does it hold up biblically? And if it doesn't, well, then I need to stop doing it.
Yeah, that was one of the first, truths that I found, that I was just like, wait, the world around me doesn't seem to fit in with what it says in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, oh yes, it's supposed to.
No,
No, it doesn't.
Claudia,
Never.
we have not found any of the animals. Still no Lola, no Bunny, no Edna, but also we haven't found feathers. I mean, we haven't found anything. If something did get, we have no idea.
Yeah, and we've
It's-
combed this property almost like the
Every single
FBI,
day.
man,
It's-
every single day.
It's very frustrating. Still no animals. And yes, Gina, ask God to show me if there's anything that I'm doing that may hinder my going with him every day.
Mhm.
And that's exactly it. We have to pray, especially when things come in. Convict me where I'm wrong, because I need to be convicted. I need to see these things. I need to understand where they're wrong, because it's serious. Because when those trumpets sound, I don't want to be the one running up going, hey, me, remember me, and then getting spit out. Are you kidding me? No. We have to live quite different. And even when people around you, in your direct family, in your direct stuff, don't get it. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't answer to you.
we
at the end of the
can't
day.
keep walking, along with the world and expect to.
And our church, our modern day church, is so comfortable with the world. It looks nothing different. And it's like, you guys, how is everybody not freaking out?
Or
jumping
if
up
it
and
is
down?
different, it's a superficial difference
Sure.
where it's, they go out and they've got bright T-shirts that say, Jesus on it. So that makes the world better somehow.
I told you guys on Instagram yesterday when I got stopped trying to clean because somebody had to podcast about something right then. It is sad.
Yeah, but that's
Us
exactly what happened to Jesus. I mean,
No, and that's, you can take encouragement in that. And
Mary and his family were like, "Shh, Jesus, don't be saying that stuff. That's not." I mean, they were all like, "What?" laughing at it. So
And again, that's where our
your worst
example-
persecution will come from your own family. Well, yeah, so that'll
well,
definitely
and to
happen.
stop and think about in everything, I mean, we know that obviously God can see everything, right? But to teach the kids and for us to make sure that we're living this quite literally too. Okay, if he walked in, like we were just talking about, those that will shrink back in shame, you don't want to be one that would shrink back in shame. And so we tell the kids that too, with what you're talking about, the attitude, your heart behind something, what you're watching, what you're listening to, and all of those things. You have to think about that. So if Jesus just popped in right now, would you shrink back in shame over what you're doing?
Mhm.
I wish I understood that better as a child.
Yeah, so did I.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't, because it that tells you that you can't play a game.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you have to, and we've even, talking with my brothers and stuff like that, I'm like, even if it's not you, if you're hanging out with your buddies and you're, out doing whatever, and if that happened, you'd be like, oh, I don't know them, well, we have to think about these things and quite literally apply them. And kind of the whole point of where everything's going and what it looks like. The thing that Brandon pulled me in for the podcast yesterday
Yes.
was Christian music. Pureflix had posted something that caught his attention yesterday.
Yes. It made
and
me
so-
very, very upset.
Yeah, so he
And I kind of go off a little bit on Pureflix.
brought me into his office and got our fires all ignited and against this stuff. So I think that podcast will come out next week. We've got a full schedule already this week, so that'll come out. Okay, but Gina, I think that's an awesome point because
Wow, that's
but I
good.
think that's a good point because that's something I've noticed, because it's easy for us to tell the kids, what do you want to do all that stuff, but then we have to, truly assess that and live that up with them. I think that's a good point. And there have been things that I've thought about, sitting down and watching, and I'm like, it's not that it's bad. I know the different, but then you're sitting there and it's like, okay, I'm already weighing this many things. Am I like, nope, done.
Yeah, I mean, this is where Jesus says your eye is a lamp, and anything that you're taking in,
Well, and you
anything
look
that
at-
you're looking at,
Yeah.
I mean, depending.
You look at like the Hasidic Jews and stuff and how they wear their darker glasses. They put the cloths
thick
over
glasses,
the TVs and stuff
yeah.
like that. And it's like, you kind of almost got a good point there.
You
What
should be
letting
watching.
in?
You should be watching. Paying attention to what you're watching. Because these little things slip in there that you don't even notice.
And Gina, what an encouragement for you. Look at the lesson that you just taught your child right there. I mean, we've had instances within our own family.
Yeah, our kids have definitely corrected, a couple things.
Well, they
and
pointed out,
say
and you're
something,
like,
we're
okay, mommy and
you're
daddy
right.
are sorry. We were wrong, but we should own up to our stuff with our kids. I mean, I don't know why we don't own up to things for them. We've had things, I can think of one instance specifically that Lily had a strong conviction about something, and she did not want to be a part of something because of this conviction. And it caused a little issue. It caused a little problem with the other family member, but we were like, hey, we can't tell our children that you need to listen to the Holy Spirit and deal with your convictions and then not act on it. So our family said, all right, we're not going to have anything to do with this because we're going to respect Lily's conviction that she is biblically correct in what she is stating, and her argument for, what she's trying to say here, she's right. And so we need to support her in that and let that stand. I think these little things like that, it might seem like something small, like, oh, my son brought this up, so I went ahead and turned it up. I mean, they might just seem like small things right now, but that is what is building all of those foundation stones for your children. So that way, when they go out into the world as adults and they have, come face to face with these different things, they will respond in a biblical manner, but we have to quite literally do that. So I think that's really cool. That's pretty awesome.
I think so.
Let's see. I guess, is there anything else? I guess that's kind of it.
It's hard to keep up.
So those are our projects we're working on. Fun stuff this week. Like I said, I've got one video ready for Monday. I've got some other ones I need to work on. We've got our podcast up. The other Rapid Fire Hot Topics Church Edition is coming up, talking all about clothing and what we wear. No, we've done that. We've pulled up shows that we used to watch or love as kids, and we're like, oh, here, we'll watch this with the kids, and we get a couple in, and we're like, okay, nope, not watching this. That's what we don't hardly watch anything anymore.
Yeah,
We've got like a couple shows maybe, and that's it. We just don't watch anything anymore because you can't look at everything and you weigh it. It's just nothing holds up. We watch the same couple things on repeat, and that's it. But we've got podcasts, some good ones. The church edition one talking about what we wear, how we dress as women, as men within the church, head coverings, dresses, all of that. So that was a fun one. Thursday is a very controversial podcast that's coming out, but I'm excited to share it. And I hope it'll be good. I'm so glad you got to pop on, Claudia. The daily Bible studies are going up. We're going through Hebrews this week. We've got the continuation in Matthew coming up tomorrow. So lots of good things, and hopefully, whole parenting series and all these other things that we're working on, and hopefully the provision to be able, I think, to make these little brochures about the magazine and get them out. I think that would be really super cool. So. We'll see, but thank you guys for hanging out with us today. I hope you guys all have awesome days. We're so excited to just get to connect with you guys. This is really cool. I'm glad.
Thank you so
loving the
much,
Bible
Gina,
study.
and thank you guys for being so interactive
And
with
if you
them
guys
and asking
have
questions
questions
and
or
doing that stuff,
things
please.
that you would like to hear more on, or maybe Brandon just didn't go deep enough into, or you weren't sure, whatever it may be, just ask us and let us know. We're trying to make sure that we get responses to those as much as we possibly can. Tamara, hope you have a great day. Give Chloe big hugs for us, and I hope she's doing good. You guys love on all those kiddos and enjoy
Yes,
your weekend.
please, and we'll definitely be praying for Brett, Chloe.
Yep. All
and
of the things.
everybody.
All right, guys. We will see you next time.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Text me, Gina. That would be awesome. Tell me what it is.